Record. Yes, it's recording now.
Yes,
Right? So
ma'am.
do
Yes,
not
ma'am.
talk in between. Okay, fine. So in the first unit, you will get the most of the questions for the SAEs, properties of sand. Do you remember the properties of sand? Do not remembered or not? Just talk. Just talk. Remember? Okay. So here you can see the first topic in the unit one is casting terms, right? So these are the basic casting terms. The upper one is the cope and the bottom one is the drag, right? Which is filled with the sand, right? So this ash colored part is the cavity which you will fill with the molten metal, right? So the first part will be the pouring cup, continued with the vertical column that is sprue, and this is the runner, right? So this is the riser which will compensate the volume whenever there is a shrinkage, right? So it will compensate the volume. So this bell shape is the cavity which you want to manufacture, right? So this yellow colored part is the core. So in 2 marks questions, they will ask you what is a core and what is a core print. This is very important, right? So core is the one which will create the hollow cavity, which if I want to manufacture the component like this, I will just simply insert the core inside that. And that this yellow colored core part is simply made with the sand. To make the core, you will use the core print. Just like to make the cavity, you will use pattern, right? As we had seen in the lab, we had seen different types of pattern, right? Which is made with the wood, right? Just like that, in the core, to manufacture a core, you will use a core print. So remember, they'll ask you a question: what is a core and what is a core print, right? So this is the basic terms like runner. Runner is the horizontal section, screw is the vertical section, right? And this is the flask, right? So 1 minute. Okay, then so you can see this is the photo by the textbook, right? So runner, riser, all these definitions, please make a note. And while presenting the question, right, if they'll ask you, give the layout of the casting terms, please draw the diagram clearly. Right, this is the molding procedure. We had done one experiment. Remember? Please
Yes,
wave your
ma'am.
hands. Wave your hands, right? Okay. So here, what we had done an experiment. First, we kept a flat board, right? Then we kept the drag box. We did upside down. Then we sprinkled the sand. Before sprinkling the sand, we just kept the pattern on the center of the plate. Then we sprinkled the sand. Then we did the ramming process, right? This drag box we did upside down. On that we kept the core box. Remember? So we kept the two pins. What is the two pins? We kept two pins in that. One is sprue pin and one is riser pin, right? This is sprue pin and this is riser pin, right? So this is split pattern. There are different types of patterns. Remember, one is a single pattern, split pattern. We'll see in the next slide. Okay. So here they are using two split pattern. One is on cope and one is on drag, right? So this is the pins which you will align this two flasks, right? Cope and drag. After that, you will remove this two pins, screw and the riser. So you will get a cavity right from the screw till the runner. Then you will pour the molten metal. You will wait for the solidification time and then you will remove the cavity. This is the basic procedure, okay? Right, and then the third topic is pattern color code. Remember, we had seen different colors like red, yellow, black, yellow strips, green, and the black stripes, right? So please see this. You may get there are less probability, but you just see. They will ask you which color code is for which type of pattern. Let's say red. Red is for the, if you do not have any finishing, then you will give the paint as red color for the pattern. This colors are only for the pattern to just distinguish which type of pattern to be inserted, right? Okay, can I go to the next topic?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I fast?
No, ma'am. Yeah.
Yes. So all of you see this video. 1 minute. There are some people still. Okay. Okay. Yes. Can you see this video? Right. So this is just a molding procedure we had done in the lab. Right. So first they had kept the bottom one is the drag. Please remember as alphabets C and D, cope and drag. When you draw the diagram, it should be very clear. As I went for the spot correction, the diagram should be very clear. To score marks in MP, you have to draw it very clearly, right? So just draw a rough diagram. Don't use scale and pencil. Just draw the rough diagram, label it, and just write the description on it, right? So they are ramming it, right? So ramming plays a very crucial role. If you ram it too tightly, the gases cannot escape it, right? So the amount of gases that escape from the sand, you call it as permeability. We had done one experiment, permeability test. Remember permeability test? Remembered or not? In lab,
Yes, ma'am.
we were ramming it and we just sent the air inside the flask. There was a sample, you prepared a sample, so we were just ramming it and we allowed the air to come out. That is permeability test, right? Right. So here how they are just placing the pattern, right? Just a procedure. So they are pouring the molten metal right from the screw. It will come out from the riser. And always there are two holes here, right? One is for one is for screw, one is for riser. One is for screw, one is for riser. Always the riser size will be larger than the screw size. Remember, always the riser pin, will the size of the riser pin will be larger than the size of the screw. Okay. Now this is very important for essay question. They will ask you write about pattern materials, right? So there are four different types of pattern materials: wood, metal, ceramics, and plastics, right? I will share you my notes also, right? So in that it is very in detail, right? Why we should use wood. Wood is a cheaper material, right? But when you pour, when it is in contact with the water, it will expand, right? Whereas metal, when you go for metal, if you want a good surface finish, they'll go for metal, right? They'll ask you a question: why a wax pattern is used? Please make a note. When I'm telling, I'm recording it, I'll share you this video also, right? Why they will use wax as a pattern, right? Wax is the pattern. When you use wax as a pattern, you can simply melt it, right? You, when you use investment casting for manufacturing the jewelries, they will use wax as a pattern, right? So likewise, there are ceramics, plastics, so different types of patterns they will use based on the requirement. Okay. This is molding sand composition. It's not much important, just make a note. So the sand which you will use for the casting is, the composition will be of three. The first material is silica, the second material is clay, the third one is water. So when you mix this three in a correct composition, then you will get a correct amount of molding sand, right? So please see PK Na textbook. I'm sorry, it's P and Rao textbook for the this unit 1 and unit 2. Unit 1 till 4, please make a note from this P and Rao, right? So now in the next slide.
Ma'am, the PDF is still on casting terms slide only, ma'am.
Okay,
PowerPoint.
okay. Okay, 1 minute.
Hey, charging in.
Now can you see?
No, ma'am.
1 minute. Now?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Now it is a
I'll
types of.
see. We'll see like this. Okay. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
So till now I just shown you just a video, right? Molding procedure, pattern, color code, right? And molding, then casting terms, right? So you have to draw this diagram. Then pattern materials. There are 4 types. Please remember, you will get an essay question. Wood, metal, ceramics, and plastics. The next question will be the mostly there will be a probability on types of patterns, right? So this, please draw this diagrams clearly. So types of patterns are single piece pattern, loose piece pattern, split pattern, match plate pattern, multi-piece pattern, sweep pattern, follow board pattern, skeleton pattern. Okay, I'll just ask you a question. What is the use of sweep pattern? Yes. Everyone there?
Yes, ma'am.
Sweep pattern. What is the use of sweep pattern? Hello? 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 Do you know or not? Sweep pattern. As you all had given a seminar on sweep pattern. One of you had given a seminar on sweep pattern. Remember?
No,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Remember? Do you know what is sweep pattern?
No, ma'am.
No?
Don't know.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
Okay. See here, single piece pattern is the one which we had done in the lab. You will have a single, just a solid piece, right? Remember, in single piece pattern, you will just insert it only in the drag. In the sense, in the bottom flat. In the drag box only, you will insert the pattern. You will not insert this pattern in the cope box, right? Split pattern will be, you will have 2 different halves. One half you will put it in the cope, one half you will put it in the drag. Okay. Then match plate pattern. So here the name itself, it will say you will have a plate, right? So the plate itself, you will have on the upper half, you will have half piece, and other half you will have the second piece, which is already joined with the plate. You will not have loose pieces, right? Only the plate, to the plate itself you will have the upper half and the lower half, right? So that only you will have runner. You will just simply insert this plate in the flask and you will fill the sand, right? This is an advance. Here you will have to put the pins. If you do not align the pins in the split pattern, if you have any mismatch, you will get an error. But here you will just insert the plate. Okay, are you understanding? Just talk, respond. Hello.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Understood.
Okay, then here you can see cope and drag pattern. Cope and drag pattern means you will have 2 different pieces, right? So here you can see there is a cheek. Everyone seeing cheek? CHECK, cheek. Are you seeing it? The third part.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Cheek part is the one if you have 3 flasks, right? Sometimes in the manufacturing units, they will use 3 parts, right? Likewise, in your college, you were using only 2 flasks. One is cope and drag. If you have 3 parts, intermediate flasks, they will also have the third part called cheek, right? So here you will have 2 different pieces, cope and drag, right? Cope and drag pattern. To that only you will have runner, riser, all those sections will be assembled, right? You will just put the pieces in the flask and you will pour the sand, right? Sweep pattern is very, very important. Please see, sweep pattern is the one if you want to create a axisymmetrical part. Axisymmetrical part in the sense, let's say if I want to manufacture uh, a component which is axis-symmetrical, which is having the same dimensions, right? Just example, bell in the temples, or a bellows, right? So then you will go for sweep, right? You will have a post here, right? You will have a section which will rotate, right? Which will rotate. So you will get an axis symmetrical pattern. Here in the previous patterns it's just a solid figure, but here you will rotate it and you will create a section with an axis symmetrical way, right? So then the next pattern is follow board pattern. The name itself, you will have a board which is fixed with a pattern. This is a pattern which is fixed with a board, right? So when you have some thin sections to give a support, you will give a follow board. For thin sections, you will go for follow board pattern, right? Then this is a skeleton pattern, right? If you have a skeleton structures where you have a hollow structures like a rib, right? So then you will go for skeleton pattern which is made with a wood, right? Then so these the last one is loose piece pattern. Here you can see there is a two sections. One is an solid section A and B. Can you see A and B labeled there?
Yes.
A
Yes,
and
ma'am.
B. There is a two parts with a square rectangle section called A and B. So this A and B are the loose pieces, right? So when you want to manufacture a very complicated shape which has got two different sections, one is for two different sections, then you will use loose pieces. For first half you will use solid piece. For the second half you will use these two loose pieces. So first what you will do, you will insert this loose pieces inside the mud, then you will insert the solid piece, right? When you remove the pattern, you have to take a care, right? There is an allowance called drag allowance. Remember
Yes,
allowances.
ma'am.
So drag allowance you will give an angle, because when you remove the pattern, because of the jerk you will get an inclination, right? So that's why you will give a draft allowance, right? So this draft allowance is very important in loose piece. As you have loose pieces, you have to remove it very carefully and you should not disturb the solid piece, right? So the next topic is, so here you can see the solid, the figures, right? This is the photos. The first one is a single piece, right? So this one is match plate. There is a plate here. So here you can see the cope and this is the drag. So this is the aligned pins. Everyone is seeing? Everyone is
Yes.
seeing?
Yes,
Is it
ma'am.
visible? Okay, the third figure is split pattern. Okay. The next one is scope and drag blades, right? So here you can see loose pieces, loose piece pattern. This is the solid pattern. There is a triangle shaped pieces which is fixed to the solid piece, that is loose pieces. Okay. So here you can see this third figure. What is this third figure? What is this third figure?
Cheek.
This gated pattern. Okay, here you can see the gates. Okay. Okay. So all of you see here, this figure is sweep pattern, right? This will rotate. This square. This. Can you see the sweep pattern? Figure of sweep pattern.
Yes, ma'am.
What is sweep pattern now? Are you listening or just
Cheek
watching?
pattern is used for axisymmetrical objects.
Okay, here this wooden pattern, you will just rotate it and so you will get an axisymmetrical view. Okay.
Yes,
Next.
ma'am.
Okay, the next slide is very important. Please make a note. In extra questions, they will ask you. This is a gunshot question. What are the different pattern allowances? Okay. What are the different pattern allowances? It's very important. Please make a note. You will. There are 5 different allowances: shrinkage allowance, draft allowance, shake allowance, distortion allowance, and machine allowance. Okay. Shrinkage allowance is the one when the When there is a phase change, you are pouring the molten metal which is in a liquid state, isn't it? So when it gets solidification, it will change its phase from liquid to solid. So it will have an shrinkage, right? So in order to incorporate this shrinkage, you will give an extra allowance called shrinkage allowance. Okay. So shrinkage allowance, again, it depends upon the material which you use. For aluminium, the allowance will be different. For steel, the allowance will be different. Okay. The second one is draft allowance, as we discussed when you remove the pattern from the sand, right? When you remove the pattern from the sand, you will have a jerk. So that's why you will give a tapered angle, extra angle for the pattern. All these allowances you will give when you design a pattern. Remember it, when you design the pattern, you will give an extra allowance. Okay. Shake allowance is the one when you shake or when you ram it, right? When you ram it, take this one. Yes, when you ram it, right, the sand you will get an extra layer, right? When you the sand, because of the jerk, you will get an extra space. So in order to incorporate it, you will give a shake allowance, right? So likewise, there is an allowance called machine allowance. For machining purpose, you will give an extra 2 mm, right? The distortion allowance is the one. Distortion allowance is the one which is a negative allowance. Please remember it. All the below one, the shrinkage, draft, and the shake allowance are positive allowance. In the sense, you will add it. Let's say who is doing all this red colored one? Do not do it, right? So the shrinkage draft, you will add it. Let's say if I want to manufacture 20 mm rod, I will just give +2 or +0.1. Whereas for the distortion allowance, you will minus it, right? We'll see it in the PDF. Okay. The next gunshot question is properties of sand. Please make a note of it. Mostly you will get on pattern allowance and properties of sand. They will ask you write the properties of sand, right? So these are the properties of sand: green strength, dry strength, hot strength, refractoriness, collapsibility, and permeability, right? So please make a note of it. Anyone tell me what is a dry strength? Yes, there, everyone. Anyone? Please tell me what is a dry strength. Hello? 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 What is dry strength? Hello? 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 When I'm asking you,
Ma'am.
none of us, please answer it.
Okay, ma'am.
Oh, okay, tell me whatever in this, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 6 properties are there. Anyone, please tell me if you know anything, please answer me. Which one you know? If you know refractoriness, you can answer me. I'll be calm. Please answer it. Yes.
The word by
Hello? Hello?
dry strength.
Yes. What is dry strength? Okay, what is green sand?
Refractiveness is a property by which sand molding can have hold high temperatures,
Yes, very good.
withstand high temperatures without collapsing.
Okay, what is a green sand? Hello?
Green strength is the strength of the sand to hold moisture content.
Yes, so green sand is the one, it will not be in the green color, right? The sand which has got a moisture content, you call it as green sand. A dry sand is the one which is not having moisture. So the strength at which it can hold the cavity, so it will not disturb the cavity at which at this stage, the sand which is having a moisture, right? That one you call it as green strength. The same thing as the dry strand, the sand which is not having the moisture, but it will hold the cavity, it will not disturb the cavity. That strength you call it as dry strength, right? So permeability is the one, the ability of the sand to uh, escape, the ability to escape the gas. If it will not escape the gas, it will, if it traps the gas, what will happen? It will create a defect called blowhole. The gas will start traveling inside the sand and it will trap onto the cavity. So you should give a vent hole. Do you remember we gave the vent hole?
Yes,
Vent
ma'am.
holes. Vent holes is the one which will make the gases, the hot gases to come out from the flask, right? So this is
Yes.
permeability. All of you make a note. These 6 properties, please write in detail. Please refer my notes. Write in detail what is collapsibility, refractoriness, hot strength, dry strength, green strength. Write in detail. Right? If you have any graphs also, if you, that will add marks to you. Right? If you have any graphs, let's say green strength versus hardness. As we have, as we all know, there are different types of properties like hardness, right? Surface finish, toughness, all these you can just correlate with the properties. Okay, the next slide. Yes, the next slide is on permeability number, right? You may get a problem, right? If the paper is tough, in 2018 they got this question, right? So they will ask you what, calculate the permeability number. So permeability number is given by P is equal to V into H by T into A into T, right? So please see this notations. V is the volume of air, H is the height of the sand specimen. As we all did one specimen. Remember there was a cylindrical specimen, we had poured the sand, we had rammed it. That specimen height, that is predefined, the height will be of 5 centimeters. Then the small p is air pressure. A is the cross-sectional area of the sand specimen. T is the time at which the complete air will pass. Okay. So if you will get the problem, please do it, right? So V, H, P, A, T. They'll just give you the time, right? They will just give you the time. All these values, you can just remember it, right? Do you remember we did one problem in the class? Isn't it? We did the, yes, raise the hand. Okay, okay. Okay, fine. Thank you. Okay. The next slide is on types of gates. Types of gates. They will ask you, write the types of gates, right? So there are different types of gates. Top gate, bottom gate, step gate. It's not there in the slide. Please remember it. Just make a note. There are different types of gates. This is top gate. Bottom gate will be the gate to the drag. Here you can see the gate is in this is the gate. Okay, gate is the section. It's an entry point into the cavity. Okay, this is the cavity. This is the gate. Okay, the gate will be on the cope section. Okay, so there are different types of gates. The first one is top gate. Second one is bottom gate. Third one is step gate. Okay, step gate. Fourth one is parting gate. Parting gate is the one, the gate will be on the parting plane. Step gate is the one, the gate will be in the form of steps. There will be 3 steps, right? So the four different types of gates: top gate, bottom gate, step gate, and parting gate. Please do remember it. The next one. Okay, the next topic is on molding machines. So molding machines, there are three different types of machines: jolting, squeezing, and sand slinging. Right? Jolting is the one. There will be a drum. There will please. Sorry for the interruption. 1 minute. Yes. Hello. Is everyone there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am.
Everyone is sleeping. Are you listening?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
50-50.
We are listening, ma'am.
50-50. Okay. So molding machines, please see in the molding machines you have three different types: jolting, squeezing, and slant slinging. Right. The next topic is only I'm just discussing only important topics. Okay. The next fourth important question in essay is write the elements of gating system. This is very, very important. The first important question is types of patterns. Second one is properties of sand. Third one is pattern allowance. The fourth important question is elements of gating system. Okay. So here you can see there are different types of elements. The first one is the sprue. I'm sorry, the first one is the pouring basin. The second one is the sprue. The third one is the runner. Right here you can see there are different risers. Okay. So the fourth one is the cavity. Please draw this diagram exactly the same as in the textbook. Okay. So you have to design, you have to draw individually, right? So for the pouring basin, you can see there is an fillet here. Okay, you have to write the reason why they have given you the fillet to the pouring basin. So this is the pouring basin. Okay, give the reasons why there is a fillet to the pouring basin. As we all know, the molten metal should not have too much turbulence. Right? If it has too much turbulence, the molten metal will not take the shape of the cavity. The flow of the molten metal should be strictly constrained. To constrain the flow, you are giving the fillet to the pouring basin, right? So again, here the second one is the sprue. So all of you can see there are two different types of design in the sprue. One is straight sprue and the other one is the tapered sprue. Okay, I'm just asking you a question. Why you have to give a tapered sprue? Hello? Hello, Aziz, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Aziz, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now you answer me why we have to use a tapered sprue.
Ma'am, to increase the velocity of the molten metal.
Okay, then I have given you a reason called aspiration of air, remember? Aspiration of air. What is aspiration of air? Aziz. Number 313. Are you there? Praneet. Hello? 316. Are you there? 316. Is he there?
No, ma'am.
Okay, Aziz, tell me what is aspiration of... I'm not seeing you. Actually, I'm not seeing you all in the video. Okay, we'll have a last talk. Okay, just tell me what is aspiration. Okay, I'll tell you, right? So here there is a molding sand. Is my mouse visible to you when I'm moving my mouse? Are you seeing it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
right?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
here the sprue is in contact with the sand, as the sand is having the moisture content, right? So the moisture content will be in touch with the molten metal, right? So this moisture content will, the air with the moisture will start traveling from the sand to the walls of the sprue, right? So this traveling of the air will create a pinhole. This is an defect, right? So you should not have an aspiration. If the air will start entering into the molten metal, it will create an extra environment, right? So you should not allow the moisture content to enter inside the molten cavity. You are just binding, you are just pouring the sand to create a binding nature, right? So in order to avoid that, you will give the different shapes of the sprue. You can use straight sprue or tapered sprue, right? You can even use different designs, but mostly they will use two varieties, straight and tapered sprue. Okay. The next part will be the sprue base well. Sprue base well will be at the bottom. Right here you will have a base well. Here it's not visible. There will be a base well to the sprue. Bottom of, let's say this is the screw, you will have a bulged section, right? So this bulged section, what it will do, it will decrease the velocity. In order to decrease, or in order to trap the particles, right? We had seen the trapping unit in the runner. So in order to trap the foreign particles, you will have the screw base well. Okay. Okay, the next topic is riser design. Riser, what is a riser? How many of you are there? Riser, what is riser? Riser. Yes, riser. Govardhan, are you there? Govardhan, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
What is riser? Please make a note of it. You will get a gunshot question. Your question paper will not be there without this. What is directional solidification? What is the purpose of riser? Riser is the one which will compensate the volume, right? So directional solidification, what is directional solidification, Aziz?
Ma'am,
Aziz,
direction solidification is a type of solidification in which we allow a direction process, a cooling process in a certain direction.
okay, in a certain direction, right from the farthest to the correct position. Whereas in progressive solidification, it will be from the perpendicular to the wall, right? So in the metal casting process, you will only use the directional solidification. In order to use this directional solidification, you will use a term called riser. Riser pin, you can insert it where there could be an issue of this shrinkage. You can use n number of risers, right? Likewise, like you can use top risers, you can use side risers, you can even incorporate this riser inside the cavity also, right? The next one is, do you remember we had seen different methods? Keynes method. Please talk. Keynes method. Remembered? Keynes method, modulus method, these are different methods to just calculate the size of the riser. These methods are used to design the riser. Riser can be of different shapes, like screw. Screw is of different. Riser can be of cylindrical, it can be of spherical, right? It can be only of tapered. Based on the requirement, they will use different shapes like spherical, cylindrical, right? So in order to design the size of the cylindrical, as we all know how to calculate the volume of the cylinder, right? We know the formula for volume. What is the volume of a cylinder? Pi by 4 into d cube, right? So just like that, there is a formula called CS. CS is the solidification time, right? So in order to calculate the solidification time, there was a formula which is given by Cronbrev rule. This is a Cronbrev rule, which is solidification time is equal to K times the square of volume of the riser by surface area of the riser, right? So these are the methods. One is Keynes method. The second one is modulus method, where you will use a term called modulus, right? So the third one is naval research method, where you will not, just a simple method. You will just calculate the length, width, and the thickness. Length, width, and the thickness of the cavity. By this, you will have a graph, right? Please refer the textbook, and it's just a revision, right? Length, width, and the thickness, you will simply substitute it. You will get the shape factor. Shape factor is equal to length plus width by thickness. So based on the graph, if let's say if you are getting 2 as a shape factor, on that graph you will see how much is the volume you can incorporate, right? So please see these 3 methods. This is not much important. Just you have to write the formulas, give the notation, what is SA, what is volume, what is SA of casting, what is here I'm sorry, there is all of you please see this slide. Keynes method, you have there is a formula called X is equal to A by Y minus B minus C. Okay, here X is called as a freezing ratio. Okay, Y is the ratio of riser volume by casting volume. So this X and Y, please all of you write what is X. X is the surface area by volume of the casting by surface area of the riser by volume of the riser. Y is the riser volume by casting volume. Okay, please do not get confused. Like this is very complicated. You cannot solve this problem as it will be in a quadratic equation, right? So please know the formula of cylinder, volume of a cylinder and surface area of a cylinder. Just just substitute the formulas and write it. Do not just prolong it, right? Write these 3 equations and mention the notation. Likewise, same for the modulus method also, right? Modulus method also. Then even in the shape factor naval research method also, just write what is shape factor, what is length, width, and thickness. Draw the graph, wind it up. Okay. So this is the topics in the unit 1. Now we will see the important questions. Okay. 1 minute. How to share it? Can you see what I'm opening now? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
Now I'm opening the question papers. Can you see it? Can you see
Yeah,
it?
ma'am.
Yes?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes.
It is not open yet.
I have opened it. Open?
It is not open yet. No.
1 minute.
No.
Yes. Can you see it? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
and question papers are opened here. So here, please all of you see here. First, we will see an essay question. Okay, what is the question here? The 11th question. All of you see here the 11th question. Explain the skeleton and follow board pattern with sketch. Can you answer this question? Hello, I'm I'm not asking you to answer it now. Can you answer it after? No. Hello,
Yes, ma'am.
Aziz. Just now I have explained you different types of patterns. In that I have explained you what is skeleton pattern and follow board pattern. Follow
ma'am.
board
Yes,
pattern is the one if you have a thin fragile unit, you will assemble a board to the pattern. So you have to draw the diagram and explain it. Right? What is the B? 11th one B question. What is the purpose of core? The purpose of core is for the hollow sections. If you want to create an hollow section, you will insert the core, and the core material of the core is of sand. Hello, is everyone there?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
The 12th question is of the 12th question. Explain any two testing methods. Can you answer this? The one test is permeability
Modulus.
test. No, that is modulus method is for riser, to design the riser. This test, the 12th A question, if they'll ask you to write the testing methods, you should write the first test is permeability test. The second test is green and dry strength test. Please study this green and dry strength test. It is available in the textbook. Okay. The 12th B question is of unit 2. Tomorrow we'll see carbon dioxide molding process. Okay. Then all of you see 16A. 16A. Explain the properties of good required for the good quality molding sand. Can you answer this question? Properties
ma'am.
of sand, collapsibility, permeability, green strength, dry strength, all these you have to write in detail. Okay? Okay? Then we'll see the short answer questions. The first question, state the pressurized and non-pressurized gating ratio. Pressurized gating ratio 1:4:4. Please see the notes. There are two different types of gating types. One is pressurized and the other one is non-pressurized. Please see it. Right? The second question is draw the graph between permeability versus strength. Permeability versus strength. What happens if the permeability? Okay, Aziz, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Over then, I can't see you all. I'm just asking only Aziz.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, is anyone there?
Yes,
Except
ma'am.
Aziz.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Who is Vamsi? Yeah, Vamsi. Neeraj, I can remember you. Neeraj, you are latecomer.
Sorry, ma'am.
No, it's okay. Neeraj, what is permeability?
Don't know, ma'am.
Don't know. Don't
I
know.
came late.
Aziz, explain what is permeability to them.
Yes, ma'am.
Explain permeability.
Permeability is a property of a sand which allows to escape the gases from the mold cavity.
Okay, what happens if permeability is more? It affects the strength?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me the relationship between permeability and strength.
If permeability increases, strength also increases.
Strength also increases. If the permeability increases, how it increases?
Ma'am, because it decreases the blowholes in the molten metal, so that's why the strength increases.
Good. Okay, to some extent, but please see the textbook. Draw the graph versus strength versus permeability. Okay. Can you see the third question? Reasons. State the reasons to prefer the wax as a pattern. Hello. Yes. So wax is the wax pattern is used when you want a very good surface finish, right? So if you use a like wooden pattern, you have to remove it. Whereas the wax pattern, you can simply melt it, right? You can simply melt it and you can use it for the investment casting, right? Next paper in 2017. In 2017, what are the questions from? Okay, all of you see the 16th question. Explain the procedure for the design of gating system, right? So here you have to draw it individually for the pouring, right from the pouring cup till the gate, right from the pouring cup, draw it individually. Why we have to give the fillet, why we have to give the tapered screw, okay, why we have to give top gating, bottom gating, right? All those you have to draw it individually, right? This is the 16th one, 16th A question. Okay, then what are the other questions? Yes, 13th question, all of you see. Explain the properties of molded sand. It is again repeated. The 5 different properties, please remember it. Then 13th B. Discuss the sketches of the types of pattern allowances. Please write shrinkage, all those calculations also. We had done one experiment in the lab. Shrinkage allowances, draft allowances, all those, please write the mathematical equations also. Okay. Then we'll see the short answer questions. Types of pattern materials. First question. Wood, ceramics, plastics. You can write it right. Then next, the next question. That's it from the first unit. From the 2017, the first question. Top gate versus bottom gate. Please write it. Top gate will be on the box, bottom gate will be on the drag box. Top gate will fill fastly, bottom gate will not fill very fastly. Right? Top gate will have turbulence, bottom gate will not have turbulence. So likewise, you should write the difference. Okay. Then this problem, this modulus method, please see the formula and substitute it. Just write the formula and substitute it. Modulus method, second question. Then in essay question, what 11A, again they ask you on the allowance. 11B, they ask you on the gating system design. So please read this gunshot question. Okay. Then in 2016, they ask you what is the function of riser. Very, very important. You see the 10th question. What is directional solidification? This is also very, very important. Second question, they ask you about, just write about wood and metal pattern. Essay questions, they ask you on they ask you on which questions here? I think they didn't ask you, they didn't ask from the first. Okay, leave it. And then 2016, 11A, right? They ask you state the materials used for pattern making. So you should write different types of pattern materials, right? Then compare them based on their suitability. So you just write why we have to use wood, why not metal, write the differences. Right, then 11B, they ask you to write about properties of sand. Again, it is repeated. Okay, then that's it from 2015 and 2016. In 2016, supply, they ask you about different types of pattern material. First question, second question, again repeated, directional solidification. Okay, and in the essay question, again they ask you on properties of sand. Properties of sand, pattern allowances. Pattern allowances. That's it. Okay. From 2015, they ask you on pattern allowances. So you can see pattern allowances. It is repeating in every year. Again, they ask you a problem on riser. Please see that modulus Keynes method and the naval research method. Right? They may ask you a problem. Then mostly all the questions are repeated, and here you can see in 2015 supply exam, June, July 2015, they ask you to write about different types of gates. So you just write top, bottom, step gate and parting gate and write the differences. Okay. Okay, that's it about important questions. So now you got an idea? Hello? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
You got an idea how to prepare from unit 1?
Yes, ma'am.
So
Yes, ma'am.
the problems what you have to, I'm not visible, why? Okay. Okay. So the problems you have to concentrate on permeability, riser design. These two problems you may get, if the paper is tough, you may get the problems on design of riser. So please practice the problems and study the important questions from unit 1. Okay, can I stop? Anyone is having doubts? Hello? Hello? No. Aziz? Who is Malik? Kizar Malik. Is everyone there?
Yes, ma'am.
So please study unit 1 properly. There are only 6-7 questions which they are repeating it. First study this, then open the syllabus. Okay? Fine?
Okay,
Yes,
Can
ma'am.
I stop the sharing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, how are you all?
Fine, ma'am.
Ramya, how are
Fine,
you?
ma'am.
Ramya, are you there? Akila. Okay. Okay, tomorrow we'll have, can I take tomorrow or day after tomorrow on unit 2?
Tomorrow, ma'am.
Tomorrow can I take on unit 2? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All of you please respond. In the class you will not respond. At least here you respond.
Okay, ma'am.
Tomorrow unit 2 I will just share the PPTs like same like this. I will tell you the important questions. Please read. You will have external exams, right? You will have second internal in the form of MCQs. Please study it from welding. From day after tomorrow we'll see on welding, right? So do not take this holidays as just a summer vacation. Study it now. Today you study the important questions from unit 1. I have shared you my notes by PPTs, whatever the stuff I have shared you. Please study it. Okay. All the best.